Okay, I think I've been ready to go. Give me just a moment. God, 1 second. Almost ready. Ugh, ah, ugh. Good to go. We're good to go. I don't know if you can hear me. I think you can hear me. There we go. Okay. And Slammo Kablamo. Hello, welcome. Oh, thank God that actually worked. Haha. Welcome, welcome. Good evening. I'm a spot late. I was a spot fucking hot as heck. Got a fan and aircon on me at the same time right now. And we're gonna see how far I can get doing anything tonight. Although we should get a pretty good distance because I have pre-cleaned my airbrush, and I have some things I have prepared to do in advance. Sort of, although, as I say that, did my exposure value just change here? This seems darker than I want it to be. Let me see. Configure the video. What? There we go, that's nice and brighter. So, yeah. Last week I didn't stream just because I was still sorting all this out, and it's may not seem like it, but I am a lot more organized and sorted on my desk now. A lot more useful space. My airbrush booth has been cleaned out. In fact, for the first time, okay, for the first time in a long time, I was going to say my airbrush booth is mostly sorted. I say that as I realized I didn't actually check my camera mounting on it. So, one moment. Let's run a quick test right now to see if the camera works. If you see anything else other than the booth, yes, you did. Boom. Hey, ooh. The Is the camera shaking? I think the camera's shaking from the wind from the aircon I have nearby. There we go. So this is all ready to go. Oh wait, no, that's my my chair's bumping into it. 1 second. Let me just adjust my chair a bit. There we go. So yeah, this camera mount is a little bit loose still. I don't know why it loosened or how, but it is. As you can see, my airbrush booth is whoop. Stay like that. My airbrush booth is pretty much cleared out. That's my class, that's the extraction pots, that's my little rocks, which I use for basing and stuff. Oh, there's the extra paint trays. Why is this? Hold up. Get back up here. Hold on. The camera, it keeps drooping on me. I got wood carving tools because I have them. And yeah, that's my pick. Oh, wow. Why? Oh, is it getting stuck on this? 1 second. Yeah. Oh, there we go. I think the cable's getting caught in something. That's why it's drooping. There. And the good old airbrush. Uh-oh. I thought I cleaned you. Whoops. Oh, that's me just rechecking. Okay, but starting with airbrush reassembly instead. Huh. What is sticking in here? Well, let me just get the trigger back in. 1 second, I can do that. Oh, the heck? Well, that'll explain some of the stickiness. Huh. Let's just get rid of that gunk around here. How did that happen? Okay, anyway, let me just reassemble this. It just has to slot down into the valve. And I can slide into it again. 1 second. Gotta get the right angle. Getting the right angle. Yep. I'm just gonna carefully get it in. Get it in. Get it in. Hold on. I can get it in. I'm trying to get it in. Hold on. I'm still. Give me a second. Huh. It came out so easily. Why can't I get it back in so easily? Welcome to the very riveting start of the stream. Me trying to reassemble my airbrush that I casually disassembled, trying to see why it's... Also, I said I'd fully cleaned it. It felt sticky. Okay, there's the hole. So then this just goes into hole. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Okay, 1 second. Let me just get this off camera so I can look at it and see what's happening. My alignment's fine. What? Oh, now it just goes straight in. I take it off camera and it just goes straight in. Okay, fine. Be like that. Okay, just slip that in through. Now it feels fine. You know what? Since that happened, since we're here, let's just do a bit of on-stream maintenance right now. Turn the compressor on. Get whatever I've got left of my rubbing alcohol, 75%. I found a place that has 99% with it now, but the amount I spill around my fingers and stuff without gloves, I think I'll stick with the 75% first. There we go. Let's fill out the little amount. Do a little bit of the blowy back. Also just bring the needle back and forth a bit with the alcohol just to really remount the inside. It's like that. I'm being very careful with this, actually. I'm being very gentle. Be very gentle with your rod, especially in tight spaces like this. You don't want to kink it or ruin the tip. Spray out the waste. Okay, there we go. Feeling nice and smooth. No resistance. Okay, there we go. I think. There. Now we have a oh, I say then here's some alcohol spraying out still. Where did that come from? Yep. Okay. Nice. Leave that there. Turn off the compressor when we're not using it. Evacuate the air from the compressor. Nice. Okay, let's get back to the build camera first. And let us get to work on shenanigans. Let's see, is my thing working? Yes, it is. Perfect. Okay. So, yes. What am I going to do today? That is the great question. Because, fuck. Smack my head on the camera for good luck, as always. I have this lady here, Cutie Honey. But I do want to save her. Yeah. Save her for the Friday stream. Yeah. Friday is ideally going to be a 5-hour stream where I start from end to finish with this. So I also realized the box has a portrait on one side and landscape on the other. Nice. So, expect this for the Friday long stream. The heavily overexposed picture. But in the meantime, I have some dudes I want to paint now that my airbrush is fully cleaned out. I have these dudes which I kind of started, then I stopped as I was doing all my cleaning and so on. And let us resume with them. There we go. I've done a quick test with some colors here already. These are my Assault Terminators, my Terminus Assault box. I think it's time they finally get their paint job going. AKA, I start pinning them on my, paper clips. and get them spray coated, and then painted. Yeah. Oh, here's this. Oh, okay. I was like, what happened to you? I forgot. This is an easy build guy. So his parts come apart. My Terminator Librarian. It's probably going to be going with them soon. There we go. You can sit there first. Let's go grab this guy. This guy's been partially painted for way too long. I do need to finish him up. Way more base. Yeah, we're going to work on some Terminators first. And just do some miscellaneous things tonight. Although, again, I can't go too late tonight as always. Got work and stuff, and it's fucking hot outside. Well, I mean, it's sort of fucking hot. Extremely fucking humid. So, yeah. I don't know, for this dude, since I started with him before my airbrush was fully cleaned out, I just stipple brushed the primer on, and then I just base coated the red over it on top of that. And it's turned out pretty well. And also, the color test pretty much for this is looking pretty good. Yeah, as you can see, I have not done any of the heads yet. I also did save the heads for last just because it's easier to paint them separately and then stick them in later. Yeah, this is my Lightning Claw Sergeant. And it looks fucking amazing. Yeah. But yeah, first, let's get a little bit of red priming going, which means getting all these dudes onto some paper clips and primed up. Plus all these little shoulder pads and stuff. Let me see. Yeah. Also, it's trying to remember which pieces go to which body, because some of these are better fit for certain models versus others. Or maybe I'll just paint them in specific order, so that the all pieces will be side by side. I think that's a better way to do it. So first off, so I'll prime these in order and mount them side by side as I go, so all of them are together. So give me a second. And this stuff I would have done off stream, but I got home and it was humid. It was hot. I was tired. I had to rest a bit. There we go. Nice. Grab all the last that sticky sniffs off of it. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Get off. Yeah. Right. Grab. Okay, so this is Terminator 1. Well, Terminator 2. Terminator 1 is here. I'll say. So basically, you can stipple brush and base paint. Stipple brush your primer and then base paint your layers. But it does take a bit of time to do it versus, well, actually. You can say also I'm taking time first to drill pin all these and then get them ready for airbrush and then just spread after. But it feels like it's less work, put it that way. It's just one quick go over of paint and then you're good with your base painting. Versus multiple paint layers waiting in between. So it's up to you, really. But it is possible. If you're very lazy or just don't have airbrush set up, for small scale minis like this, you can just stipple brush primer and then do multiple thin coats of your base layers on top of that. Yeah. But since I have an airbrush and it's working now, I'm going to prepare these because to help speed things up, I do have... This is also a thing where I probably should check I had beforehand, but that's how I roll. Where's my... Here we go. Where's my super organized bucket of... Oh. Here it is. There we go. A super organized bucket of paints. Right here. This Vallejo red primer. So it's going to prime and be the base color at the same time. Saves a paint layer. I'm just going to spray this on everything. And yeah, just quick, very quick pin. I'll probably just use a bunch of blue tack to get all the shoulder pads and stuff together. Since all the shoulder pads are the same. shoulder pads and the purity seals are the tilting plates are the same. Well, there's no specific model for those. Well, I do think you do need to one of the tilting plates needs to be one for one of the specific arms just because of the tight angle the arm is at. There you go. We just get that there. But yeah, there's the thing. Pretty much, yeah. This is okay. Technically, this is not my birthday week. I just didn't know how to name the stream. This week I got the 2 stream today and then Friday stream, and just gonna have a little bit of a lower key celebration just because suddenly birthday came and went, and it's like, oh shit, I have nothing prepared, nothing planned. Just it's come. The time has come. The time has come. It's like, well, okay, let's just do a little something. Oh, beyond the regular. Plus, also, I get a day off of my birthday month, so it's like, okay, you know what? Combine it together. Should be able to just stick it like this. The inside's going to be covered up anyway. There we go. So I'll do all these little things separately later. I just want to make sure I keep these arms and legs all together first. Bases go separately as well. Yeah, in terms of... Basically, holy shit, it's been a whole year already. How the heck did that happen? It feels so short and so long. Yeah, many projects wanted to do, barely had time to do. Things unfinished from last year still. But that's what I'm hoping to try to catch up with on this week. Of course, you get life and so on. Like I got like a bloody plumber coming on that extra stream day, so I'm hoping that finishes fast enough. Come on, get out of there. A little bit of blue tack. This has been a crazy year. On a side note, though. What was on my side note again? Yeah, side note, though. All the showering I have is giving me an excuse to use my new shampoo. Got a new anti-dandruff shampoo. Hopefully that will solve it. Because that's just when I was cleaning my room. I had a massive, like, this thick pile from base to top of the pile, this thick of dead skin and dandruff collected up. I was like, ooh, I should have taken a picture of it. I didn't. I was just busy. I was in a full clean mode at the time. But, yeah, I was like, you know, I think I need to take this a bit more seriously now. Let's try alternate shampoos and so on. So right now I have a very lemony smell in my head. And other places, if you know what I mean. But yeah. Got this stick in there. Also, I need to figure out... Yeah, also I need to figure out a list for my coming Thursday Warhammer game as well. I made a joke that I'd be playing as Ultramarines, but if I can finish these Terminators up tonight, I might flip to be Blood Angels again and try out some Blood Angels Terminator bullshit to each shenanigans. Thinking probably for Terminators, I might not do the Rage Cursed Onslaught, because Terminators are slow, and I don't want them to get caught up in combat, because Rage Cursed does not allow fallback and charge, fallback, shoot and charge, pretty much. I might have to go with Liberator, just for the ability to, well, when I get stuck in combat, if it continues, I can just fall back out of it and do things. Let's just say, having a million attacks with Lightning Claws seems like a very fun thing to do. Which means, ooh. Because I have this Librarian. Ooh, I should probably finish... Probably finish up your base as well with these guys. Okay, put you here. And I have a chaplain in another box somewhere. I don't think I can afford any other characters at 700 points beyond 2 characters and like 3 Terminator squads. I have to see. Also, is my music seeming a bit loud? Let me drop that down a touch. There we go. But yeah. I could legitimately, yeah, I think within my time frame tonight. Well, the source part right now is just me sticking these things to the paper clips right now for the spray. But once I get that base spray done, it's going to be a case of just blah, 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 the main red color on top of that. Detail up the little legs, like actually from here. So, base spray everything red. Stick the little spots of silver on the arms and legs and the chest. Add the little bits of black on the trims and the suit. Gold on the chest. Oh yeah, and then gunmetal on the little pipes. Which, you don't need to do that, but I've chosen to do it on my other Terminators, and I like the extra touch of the gunmetal pistony thingies around. So, you know, I could potentially get this whole squad done tonight. And then maybe even have a chance to work on my this third-party Tech Marine here. He's been partially painted for a while, and well, I think he deserves getting his paint finished up for sure. Oh. Anyway, let us just continue paper clipping things together. That's why I have my pile of paper clips here. They're really great and useful. Also, this pin vise I use, this is pin vise did to do the right size for all the gun barrels on my minis. That happens to also be the right size needed to drill to stick these paper clips in. So, haha. I got the golden not golden ratio, golden size for that. There we go. So yeah, now that that's going, probably going to like focus just bash out 5 squads at a time. Well, 1 squad of 5 at a time, because my Terminator box set came with 10 of the new Assault Terminators. These are 5 of them with the Lightning Claws. I'll do 5 with their Thunderhammer Storm Shields, and then I'm going to have 5 of the regulars to finish up as well. And the regulars, my first set of regular Terminators, I magnetized all their arms and stuff. But I'm now finding that as I'm feeling more and more minis, the flappy arms from magnetization is not that ideal. So in these future Terminators I'm going to work on, I'll magnetize the arms and backpack of the heavy weapons Terminator, but the regular dudes I'm just going to solidly cement or glue their arm. Glue, not cement. Glue their arms on. And just go with that. It's easier, there's less fuss. I have a much bigger army now, much more models to deal with at once, so having less things flapping around is much more useful. And I say glue, as in super glue the arms on, because in case there's any future change I need to make with them, or whatever, at least super glue is brittle. You can put the models in the fridge, or you don't even have to do the fridge part. Just get them cold, or just accidentally drop them. And the jolt is usually enough to break the super glue connection. And then boom, the arms are off. I can change them to different arms if need be. Because again, for Terminators at least, you have the spare arms. You won't have the spare shoulder pads. But then there's plenty of places that have spare shoulder pads you can get, third party and so on. So not as big of a deal, especially for Terminators. There we go. Yeah, also, I've got tons of vehicles. I do know I have a bunch of vehicle. Whee! I have a bunch of vehicles to build as well. I do need to get them at least built by June, July, because that's when I heard there's going to be a big mega games happening. Well, Apocalypse level games, and so that's when I'm going to be able to field everything I have. I think 2 of my transports I got second hand, so all I have to do is just repair them a bit, touch them up, and then they're good to go. What the heck? Come on. Okay, goes in that angle. Yeah, because I have a Land Raider, I have a Ret not Gladiator, I have a Gladiator. Retributor? Repulsor! I have a Repulsor transport. So Land Raider, Repulsor transport, and then 2 second-hand impulsors for my Space Marines. I also have like 7 War Dogs for my Chaos Knights as well. Because the Chaos Knights are very weird. Because of their weird dimensions, trying to store them nicely and compactly is really hard. Like I have one more big Chaos Knight rig, and then there's seven War Dogs and 2 Armigers that can become War Dogs. And that future me issue is going to be quite an issue in terms of just how the heck do I store those things. Let's see here. I'll figure something out. I know the War Dogs. Honestly, I'll build up their frames, magnetize their weapon arms, and then just use as is for a bit, just so I don't have to worry about paint scratching and stuff as I transport them. Until I figure out a transport scheme. The big knights, though, they're going to get their full paint jobs and stuff. In fact, speaking of without knights, I can turn this picture at the top right off because I don't need that anymore. Bam. There we go. So I have a Knight Tyrant to make, which is going to be weird because they only give it as a Castellan Knight. So it's got all the Loyalist stuff on it. So I have to build it and then find all the spare Chaos stuff I have to Chaosify it, to make it look chaosy. Should be a bit of fun. It'll take some time, though, for the Kitbashi part on it, but it'll be pretty neat and pretty cool when it's ready. And then the hardest part, a color scheme. A paint scheme for it. I was like, it's probably not going to be corner related, because it's most of the main way to run the Tyrant is going to be with this guns. That leaves Tzeentch, Nurgle, and Slaanesh themings. Or just generic, undivided themings. And not quite sure, honestly. So I have a mainly blue. So I have a mainly white theme knight. A white and red. I've got a blue and red. What? For big Castellan Knight. What would I want on its colorings? I know the Chaos Knight book it has it in like big bright, well, not bright red, but a major red, but red, maybe not. Green, perhaps? Maybe we'll go with Nurgly? A bit Nurgly themed? Could work. I actually have a very small selection of greens. Maybe go with say black, like the metallic black I've been using a lot. That's really a cool black color. The Doom Metal. Just a metallic black with trim details. Could work. So many options. I could do the good old 50 Shades of Grey scheming. Just here's a knight with 50 different shades of grey painted on it. That would be funny. What the heck? Okay, let's try a different one. Get in there. There we go. What else? Yeah, thinking. I could go with mainly red again, but yeah. Not sure. I need a color that's like large, in charge and fire supporty while being chaosy like. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Give. Get. What the? Are you stuck? Be gone. Purple, maybe. That'd be Slanesh, and I feel like would Slanesh be have would a Night Tyrant be very Slaneshy? Maybe the melee version of it would be. But I feel like if I'm doing purple Slaneshy thing, then it should really go heavily on the Slanesh markings and stuff. And that feels like a big project for a second Tyrant Knight, not for the first Tyrant Knight. Also, that should probably be the close combat version of it, would be fun. Yeah, stick that there. Bam. There's so many choices, so little time. Also, actually, I have other women to do as well. I got this Adeptus Sororitas Retributor squad to do up. The Heavy Weapon Sisters team. Because I think I almost have enough models to run boarding actions with sisters with this squad, so I think I just need one other squad and it'll have enough models. I just need to build them up and just start going with them. So yeah. Uh-huh. Bammo. Okay, now I've got all this to do. Let's grab a longer painting stick. And see about getting these mounted. One. Two. Nah, maybe we do two on this. Okay, if I can only do two, then we do on something smaller then. Like the paper clips. Yeah. And yeah. Yeah, come on. Ew, that seems pretty loose. Maybe it's a case of I just stick them onto the shoulder, blue tack them onto the shoulders just so that they get painted together. That could work actually. Okay, let me just blue tack these shoulder pads onto the shoulders, just so that holds them. Any part that doesn't get covered by paint, well, wasn't gonna get covered by paint anyway, or gonna be visible. So that works out in the end. It doesn't quite matter which side is which right now. They just need to get painted. Will matter when it comes to gluing them permanently later, though. Go. Almost ready to start spraying and praying. And I always spray when I pray. You know what I mean? Hashtag no context. Stick. So I might need... no, last time I think I had to use some putty to help actually hold these shoulder pads in place. They don't actually give many mounting points for the shoulder pads. Stick. And stick. And the final two. Yep. I need a bit more of the sticky tack. Give me. Yep. Just blob it on. And blob this one on. Yeah. Okay. We're good to get ready to spray. So let me shift things around and get to the booth going. Whoop. Okay. Compressor is running. Camera is at a semi-decent angle. Got tissues ready. Airbrush is here. My thinners. That's varnish. Glaze medium. That's what that was. Thinner. There's my flow improver. There we go. That's what I want to see. Love it. All right. Heading into the booth. Let's go. Bam. Hello. 100.5. Let me give it a little spit shine. There you go. I'm spitting on your chat, and I'm wiping my spit all over on your face. Hope you enjoy that. Anyway, okay. Let us get shit together. Spare brush to the side. Bammo, my little standy sand. Works well. Needle engaged. Flow improver. Shake, shake. Just a quick run through with some flow improver. Oh. Gauge needle all the way in. That helps. What? One second. What's the pressure of my... Did I change the pressure of my airbrush by mistake? One moment. Let's take a look. Oh, wow, that pressure's way too low. There we go. Fixed it. It was sub 5 psi for some reason. What's going on with this airbrush? We just sprayed that just moments ago and it was playing fine. Why is the airflow so bad now? Take a look-see at this. Something clogged into the nozzle? Probably did. Hello, Glorivana. Welcome, welcome. Hey, I am painting some Terminators tonight. Specimen Terminators. That I'll just give a quick flip over to the paint booth. Here you go. I got these Space Marine ones. Also, music. This was an old intro song. What was it called again? It was a Japanese anime intro song. I forget which it is. Hold on. I'm checking to see because my airbrush nozzle, I can't see through the nozzle for some reason. I just cleaned it on stream, and then now I can't see through it, so I'm just trying to see what got caught inside the nozzle. Try to just get rid of that first. Yes, I do play the Blood Angels. Here's the librarian I've done a little bit ago. This is my test to see if the coloring was going to work right, and it seems to be fine. So now I'm going to prime these up with some Vallejo red primer. So pretty much I get primer and base coat together. 1 second. Why is my nozzle clogged? Which, even though we just cleaned it at the start of the stream. One of the very first things I did on the stream. Hmm. The heck? Give me 1 second. Well, welcome, welcome. Do you play Warhammer? If so, which faction do you do? Wait, oh, wait, now it looks clear. What the heck? Huh, now it's clear. Weird. Anyway, okay, let's go back to the airbrush booth then. Bam. Reassemble the airbrush. This is an Iwata Eclipse I use. Okay, let's see. Want to get into it? Love the lore, Iron Hands, Sisters of Science. Ooh, nice. You're in for a treat for Iron Hands. They have the new character releasing, and they have the new Defiler and stuff, which is very Iron Hands-like. I know a lot of Iron Hands players at my club are excited for that. Sisters of Science are cool. Wish they had more models, but they're pretty cool as well. Okay, how's Sway go this time? Spray seems a bit better. Let's see, where's my isopropyl go? Hmm. Oh, I'll just use them. No, no, let's go balls. Let's go for a small bit of thinner here. That will really clean this out. There we go. Well, that's sprayed out nice. The new model is a lovely club, also bland enough to make a great picture. Yep, exactly. That's fun, especially Kid Bash in War with the 30k model is great. With similar proportions. Like I have my Death Company I built with the Mark II Jump Marines. And basically saying they're Death Company, they're hallucinating, they're fighting against Horus. So like, of course they're going to be in the Heresy era armor. They're going to see themselves in the Heresy era armor. Okay, spot of flow improver. Let's get some red into this. And I'm going to then blast these with this color. I'm going to have this thing. Feels like I got half of this used up now. I have to get more soon. There's the bit of a backflow to... Yeah, backflow's not working. Mix it with a spoon. Should you mix in the cup? No. Am I mixing in the cup anyway? Yes, because I ain't got time to mix it separately. Oh, that's feeling a bit thick. Let's see how this is spray. Could use some thinner. Airbrush thinner. Love the old Mark's armor. Mark III's favorite. Mark II's close second. Yeah, I love the Mark III as well. I like the Mark III, but then Mark III, I believe, because it was the the armored version of Mark II, they had a jump version, so Mark II jump is a good alternative. Plus, I like the big like 2 turbines on the backpack. That's really cool to see. Wow. Come on. Ah, there we go. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. There. Okay, we got spray going. Is painting with the airbrush easier? It's tentatively faster. It takes, as you can see, I took a bit to clean out my airbrush and to prepare the models on these little paperclip paint stands. But then when it comes to actually just getting the paint on the model in a thin coat, it's just like that. It's very easy to get the nice thin base coverage on everything with the airbrush once you've got all the setup going. Done. See? Primed and base coated in one go. Like that. I'll say though, the Sergeant I worked on at first, I used a stipple method where I put some black primer. I just stippled the black primer on the model. And then when it dried, I then applied 2 base coats with brush for the red. And it worked. However, then you have to think about, do you want to spend time repeatedly brushing paint coats on? Or spend the time pinning all the models, getting them ready for the airbrush, cleaning your airbrush a few times to make it work again, and then just go, done. And then done, 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 done. Next one, next one, next one, next one. So it's like, I say it's not faster, it feels faster, and you get the paint part done much faster. Like, let's get the lightning claw. Yeah, if you get a whole bunch of army ready in one go, you could just slam them out. And of course, as an airbrush, you get a nice, mostly even thin coat where you need it. I'll say airbrush is definitely better than spray can in terms of money-wise, because you use a lot less paint with the airbrush than you do with a spray can, and you don't overfill all the details with the massive spray. Except white. If you're doing it with white, just spray can the white, honestly. If you have any form of base white you need to work with, just spray can it. It's going to take too many layers to be worth the time with an airbrush. Especially when I do the anime figures where they have the skin tones I need to do. So I have to prime in white to make it work well. I just spray can white the entire model first, and then go and airbrush with the skin tones later. It's just going to take way too many thin layers of white to make it work right. Even when it comes to building up the colors and stuff. So yeah, difficult colors, just spray can it. The time saved is better, is more worth it. Yeah, it's airbrush is expensive up front because you need to have your compressor. Oh, I pointed the wrong camera. Expensive up front because you need to buy the compressor, the airbrush, and everything first. And also you have to takes more time to clean it. But then the amount of paint you use, the amount of cleaner you use is much less. There we go. But airbrush is only so fine. Like, I can use the airbrush to do small details on vehicles, but on tiny minis like this, you need to start looking at either specialized small airbrushes or honestly just hand paint the small details and blend it by hand with a brush instead. Because then you're gonna say, Job, you have to get specialty airbrush stuff, and while fun, you're then spending a lot of money on all these separate airbrush things, and so on. And also, you're gonna get lazy and not want to bloody change airbrush over and over again between different sizes. White hard to paint? Yes. The coverage of white is just god awful from almost any brand. Yeah, like I have this 0.5 size airbrush. This is actually a very cheapo airbrush. It works well. It's 0.5, but then I can't be bothered to clean two airbrushes when I'm painting. I'd rather just clean one of them. So I don't actually. I rarely actually change between to this 0.5 one. Unless, again, I'm working on like a big anime figure like like Asuka here. Having to paint something this big, I'm going to use a 0.5 for sure, or even use a 0.7 just to get a big spray pattern. But she's coming on whip just because I need to get space. I need to get my Space Marines and stuff going. I've got games to play on the weekend. But yeah, I'd say. An airbrush, a 0.5 nib airbrush, will work for anything you need to do, really. I think this is a 0.3, and that's just because I wanted it for the ability to do shallower details on vehicles and stuff, and Gundams. Again, I used to be a major Gundam builder painter, and then I got into Warhammer. Now most of my life's Warhammer. I still have Gundams paint stuff. And this coming Friday, I'm doing the Cutie Honey kit, so that's nice anime lady. And so, yeah, the 0.3 is okay for now. How about Trench Crusade? Trench Crusade, similar case. It's all minis. Painting. If you get hang of painting one type of mini, you'll pretty much get hang of painting all kinds of minis. It just comes down to just the smaller details. I'll say the grunchiness of Trench Crusade means you can get away with more mistakes because you can just blend the mistake in with a lot of weathering. Like, oh, you made one paint mistake here? Well, then just weather the mistake in with oils and stuff and gunk, and it's not a mistake anymore. It's just part of how the suit happened to weather. Like, one spot's just slightly more weather than the rest. Kind of like, Trench Crusade is kind of like if you're painting Nurgle stuff. You can have it all fucked up and messed up, and it's going to look the part. Which arm was which? Hold on, which arm was which? There, that arm was that one. There we go.
But yeah, I haven't actually done any. I don't actually have any Trench Crusade minis. I'd like to get something to go into at least. But same time, I have a lot of minis already. I can't play every game. I got a ton of Battletech minis to paint and stuff, which I barely play with. So like, I should focus on the games that I actively play versus the ones that I probably will not play.
There we go. This airbrush camera is kind of shit compared to my building camera, so once all this painted, you're going to see it's much nicer red on everything once we get to the other camera. Yeah, just need to get this base. Also, yeah, I probably should be wearing gloves instead of getting my fingers all red, but I'm not. And this is acrylic paint anyway. It's not like it's toxic or anything. Well, it's probably not toxic. Oh, the blood. Ah, I didn't do the, what you call it, tilting shields. And that's, how many tilting shields are here? Hold up. That's 1, 2, 3 tilting shields. Where's the rest of the tilting shields? Oh, I have to check the box in a moment. Let me just quickly paint the rest of this first. Another thing is that Iron Hands easy to paint with all potential decoration. Yeah.
Well, Iron Hands are easy to paint till you get to the black and yellow stripes. Over that, I would recommend, because I've done stripes before, you do black and gray stripes. Black and light gray. And then you paint a transparent yellow over the gray after that. And that will get you a very nice black and yellow stripe pattern. Because the yellow will barely fucking cover. The yellow's going to be almost impossible to get any form of coverage on. But light gray, on the other hand, will cover nicely. And you can tint it yellow with a clear yellow after that.
There we go. Terminators are probably too far many turning shields. Yeah, exactly. Because I have 1, 2, 3, and a tactical box. I should have one more tilting shield here. 1 second, let me check my box. Did it land underneath someone's base? No. Did I knock it to the side underneath something? Let's see. Oh, there it is, underneath the base. Okay, 4 tilting shields and a tactical rock. Let me just quickly tack these on. But I'll just switch to the build camera first so you can see the loveliness. Look at this lovely red base coat with this Vallejo Primer's bloody red. Look at that. Oh, so what do you think of this paint scheme? Clicky. Oh, I don't want to log it. Ooh, that's pretty cool. That's going to be. You can wear like you could get with like a light gray and then change it to white after that, or silver even. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So let me see. I need one more paper clip. We're gonna need some more sticky tack. Basically, one thing I go through a lot is a lot of sticky tack for holding things in place. There we go. Just a line of sticky tack on this. And just squish down these tilting shields. Of course, one is not going to fit. That's fine. Just use another paper clip with some more sticky tack. And jam this on. Stick this. And then stick the tactical lock. Where? Stick, I say. Stick. Man. Where'd it go? I heard it clatter. You got a Tech Marine too? Yes, here. This is a third-party Tech Marine. I think from Warlord Games or something, I forget. But he's pretty cool. He's a bit fragile because he's made of resin. But Yeah, he's partially painted, and I'm just pointing out because I feel like he's worthy of having the rest of his paint done as well. Like he needs a lot more paint details on him. So yeah. Now where did that tilting shield go? I dropped it and I heard it clatter. Unfortunately, it clattered amongst these other bits here. And I would like to find it. I don't want to be missing one tilting shield, or if I'm missing a tilting shield, I'll just manually paint it by hand after. Wow, where the heck did it go? Oh, here it is. Got it. Got it. Okay. Now, where was this? Where was the paper that I was working on? Was up? One more arm to go still. Let me just quickly. Also, it's beautiful. Thank you, God. Yeah, it's a really nice model. It's resin, so it's a little bit on the fragile side, but that's pretty freaking cool. Okay, let's get this stuck onto the paperclip here. Take your leave. Have a good day, and thank you for popping in. Greatly appreciate it. I will do be careful. Thank you again. Hope to see you around. Ooh, okay. Let's go back to painting. Last bit of airbrushing on this. What? How's my paint levels? My paint levels are good. And since I have remaining paint in my thing, I have some extra minis here I can just use the rest of my paint with. These eradicators. Just get them base primed and ready to go. What? Two. And three. Paint like a little bit left. You. So this. Wait. Over. Good. Just out of primer. Perfect. It's cleanup time now. And for tissue, just clean what's inside first. Clean the nozzle. And let's get that alcohol going. Where did I put the alcohol? Isopropyl. There we go. Spell ISO. Close the lid before it all evaporates away. Backflow. Swizzle it around and evacuate out into the pot. Can I hear it blowing? Yes, I can. Alright, bear with me as I do the clean out here. But I'll just switch to the table booth while I do this clean out. Y'all can admire these pieces as they dry. Right down.
Where's my Q-tips at? Here they are. Yep, one little Q-tip. A little more of the isopropyls. What's that? Bringing out inside this cup. Wipe down nozzles, everything else. Then water time. So it's a little bit boring. This is just the cleanup part of airbrushing. Yeah. Bubble, bubble. What's that? Stuff? I don't know. Oh, let's wear this out and see we can get to working on this in a second. That's cleaned. That is clean. Why is that jamming? Oh, okay, I need to relubricate the piston. That's why. That's why it's getting stuck down a bit. 1 second. Is that? Oh, that's some gunk in the way. That's why. 1 second. A little bit of off-screen maintenance. Bear with me. Bear with me. Get that back in there. Needle back in. There we go. Okay. See? It's not getting stuck anymore. That's one cleaned out airbrush. Okay, so again, put the airbrush to the side. When you're done, turn off the compressor. And empty the air tank so you don't get any moisturized air stuck inside it. Whilst the one is resting on the inside. I've had one do that already to me. Nice. Okay. So we got a bunch of things primed and base colored in one go. In a pretty decent amount of time, considering I had to do a bunch of airbrush maintenance live. Let's see. Put this to the side here. Put that there. Okay, let us continue now. So everything is sort of sorted where they need to be. So these guys are all together. That's there. That's over there. Okay, so now let's work in to out on all these details here.
So boy, the black undersuit details, followed by the silver, the black undersuit, the silver, the gunmetal, and then the main red. The main red. Main red, then gunmetal. Yes. Okay, let's get the paint palette. I've cleaned a few of these. Hashtag cleaned. It's clean enough. Let's get some water and let's then begin. Yep. A little spot of water. Then let's get a lovely black to use. What black do I have? That's near the top. Oh, here you go. Model color black. Done. Yeah, I'll just use model color black. Needs just remember it's extra thick, so I need to thin it a lot more. Let's grab a nice thin brush to work with. There we go. Shake, shake, shake. And let us begin. Just a small dollop. Okay. Now, smack my head into the camera mount for good luck, as always. That's one thing I can't fix right now. The camera needs to be a certain distance, and it's very close to where my head would go when I'm painting naturally. Also, touch, 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 touch. That's it with airbrushing. Because it's thin, this is pretty much dry to the touch already. So, ready to just start being worked on. So let's just draw some black paint out. And just get it where it needs to go. I'm being neat, but not overly neat, just because other colors will go on top of where I've made mistakes anyway. So I want to make sure my paint isn't too thin. There. So basically just doing the all the undersuits parts, which is technically on Terminator is not many spots like that, since the whole point of them is being heavily armored. So most of the joints are well protected. Go. Just jam that in there. And okay, small part here from the side. Spot in there. Spot under there. Little spot in there. Okay. Hello. Body. Just check arm. The arms have a little bit of detail like that on them. Just where the hand gloves and the elbow are. So very spot there. In the palm. Nice and carefully. Here we go. Then the other part. A tiny spot here in the elbow. Okay. Other hand. Yep. There we go. Okay. So it looks like that's good. Next one. Take back this way. Get between the knees. Get this the under knee. Nice and carefully. Then the gooch area. Uh-huh. Nice. Around this area here. A tiny spot of it here. Around here at the waist. Okay. Oh, forgot. The feet. I like to do the base of the feet rims in black. Yep. Just gives a little bit of detail pop. Right around. And we'll just grab the bottom of the sole as well. There we go. Foot, other foot. Right along. Dab, dab. Very carefully. Just along the tips. There. Okay, now that body's done with all the blacks. Turn to this one. Tiny spot in here. We dampen. Hit the rims here. All the way around. Nice and carefully. Dab, dab. Come on. Whoop. Perfect. Continue with other foot. Dollar B. All the way around. Okay. Straight up and along. And then the base of the foot. Okay, that body is done. Arms next. I have to figure out how I'm going to base these as well. Yeah, part of me wants to do fancy bases, but at the same time, I ain't got time to do a fancy base, so I'll see what terrain materials I have that will contrast nicely. That's another thing. Now I also find that when it comes to like the basing the minis stuff, you want something that really nicely contrasts with your main minis color scheme to really make it pop on the table. I suppose I could just blue tack these onto their bases to like get a fancy base decided. But no. Batman. Or some actually yeah. But yeah, the Sergeant's on a bloody tactical rock, so that kind of forces him to be on a more outside looking base. Unless I blend it so that the tactical rock looks like tactical rubble. Yep. Okay. Next body. Yep. Into the knees. Whoop. Fill in that little spot there. There you go. The butt gooch. The butt gooch area. Okay. And the shoe prints. Nice and carefully around. Rotate. And along. Be gone, bot! Oh. Chatbot's been deleted. Resuming. What? Okay, and then get the bottom of the sole. Nice. And then other foot. Carefully tracing around. Whoop. Rotate. Huh. Okay. Body done. Arms. Get this nicely covered. And then a bit of an elbow. Well, the shoulder. Yep. Other arm. Load it. Carefully between the fingers. The elbow. And shoulder. There we go. Okay. I think I wish a bit some hair got stuck to it, it seems. On to next one. Wait, also, there's I saw a little spot on this. Just as I was spraying it. What's this little spot here? Oh, it's a bit of sticky tack. There we go. Remove that. Cool. Okay, anyway, let us continue. The inside of this knee. And be careful. Squish it in here. Reach it. And up the Gucci Gooch. Get some good coverage in that ass around here. Oh, what's happening here? Azu! Oh, hey, no, whoa! Let me just shove this to the side 1 second. Hello, Azu. How goes? Welcome. Thank you for the raid. Let me get you a shout out. 1 second. Uh-oh. Azu. This is... Hey, welcome. Yes, you arrived just in time for the ass coverage. I'm busy painting some ass, some lovely dark black colors, and welcome. Thank you, everybody. I'm Coleman, the plumber VTuber. A plumber of YouTube. I do a lot of building and painting model kits and stuff. It's my birthday week. Well, technically my birthday was last week, but this week is when I'm celebrating it. So yeah, today's a regular little bit of a buildy, painty day. But this Friday is going to be a bigger stream where I'm going to be working on... I'm going to change the other camera so it's more easily seen. Bammo. I'm going to be working on... Cutie Honey.
this lady here. So this Friday I'll be working on this. Oh, thank you for the cheers. Happy birthday. Thank you for the happy birthday, Gail. Welcome, welcome. So yeah. Also, fun fact, this box on one side, it's landscape. On the other side, it's portrait. Uh-huh. So yeah, this will be on Friday. I'm going to be building up. Let me put it aside. Here we go. Yes, indeed. Good smile. Let me go back to my table now. Oh, thank you. Oh, God, what happened? Oh, thank you for 100 bits, Toastman. Thank you for the happy birthday as well. You have time for boobs. Hello, you're. Yes, indeed. That's happening on this Friday, which is the celebration stream. Although, again, celebration, I have zero plans other than just going to build that kit. So, yeah. Thank you for the happy birthdays and welcome, everyone. Oh my God, hype train. Holy shit. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, y'all just arrived as I was painting this Terminator's butt black. Just doing all like the internal rubber, like the rubber seams of these guys, the undersuits in their color before I go to the next layer. But welcome. Ideally, this is almost the color scheme I'm going for. This is missing details still, but this is just a test to make sure the color scheme I was using would work, right? And the initial color scheme is working well. I have to do all the gold trims later and see. Oh, holy shit! We got hype train going. Thank you for the 100 bits, Azu! Yay! Welcome, and thank you all. Yeah, great, appreciate it. So yeah, as I'm the Plasma VTuber. I do a lot of plasma building and painting. Right now, I do a lot of Warhammer stuff. And then so I do some waifu kits. That also, impending, I was showing as well, there's this resin kit which I've put off for a while. And I thought I'd try to work on it as well on the coming Friday. We'll see how the scheduling goes, but here we go. This is a very long and tall resin kit of Asuka. Let me go back to the other camera. There we go. Oh my god, she's tall. Asuka from Evangelion. It's been here for quite a while because I've had airbrush issues and I've only just solved them recently. So, yeah. Bunch of her parts to really touch up and do later. I need a base for her though, because she's got a very wide pose like this, but no way to actually stand by herself. Also, oh yeah, that ass. So yeah, I need to look at the art shops to get like a wooden base to drill her into. But yeah, back to the builder zone here first. And yeah, that's the upcoming plans and current plans. And again, thank you all for coming. Greatly appreciate it. And thank you for the follows as well. And yeah, right now we're at the you missed all the airbrush maintenance and cleaning part of the phase of the stream. Now it's the sort of calm and collected tiny ass paintbrush in tiny ass grooves as I paint these in layers and just get all nooks and crannies done and then just go layer by layer. But again, also thank you for, if you need to raid and run, feel free to, as always, or do your post-stream shenanigans. And yeah, I'll drill into many things, Toastman. You know, I've got the small drill to start off, and then I got the big drill to ream into. Yes. You like my drill, man? You like my drill? It starts small, but it gets bigger. But yeah. Yeah, so. Oh, as always, my streams are somewhat cozy, a lot of random sus talking, and a lot of detail edging. A lot of just getting my brush and tip into the edges, and just stay control, and not going overboard. Although as of right now, the early little inner layers, I don't need much control because as I go to the next layer, it's going to cover my mistakes. But yeah. Well, I hope you all are having a good time. And again, thank you for the hype train, by the way. Great, appreciate it. Officially only edging. We may finish today, but right now, edging is the main focus. I actually probably not gonna finish because I leave the head for last, and these guys are gonna be headless. Oh, focus. Headless for a bit, just because the heads need to be painted white, and white is our bitch to paint.
So yeah, there'll be no head action today, just a lot of body action and edging on these 5 guys at once. But yeah, you know, maybe some happiness can come with it still. You know, it's the journey that counts. Am I right? I'm talking about miniature painting, by the way. All this is in the context of miniature painting. Any other context is, well, that is my life all the time, if you know what I mean. Yes, no touching the head. This is completely headless edging happening right now. That's my specialty, if you know what I mean. And again, right now, we're edging the toes right now, actually. We're edging the heels and the feet. We're doing some feet action just around the rim. We're rimming the feet as we're edging the feet and rimming it at the same time right now. How do you rim feet? Ask Toesman, he probably knows. But that's what I'm doing. I tried to prove that today. Honestly. Oh, the black trimming part should be done soon, and then I'll be going into the base, or the main red colorings and silver colorings. Since my Space Marine's main color scheme is red and silver with bits of black and gold. Which takes goddamn forever when you have a million Space Marines to do, but again, doing them 5 minutes at a time keeps it manageable. 5 at a time, that's pretty okay. Anything more, then it starts getting out of hand. Yes, we are edging the toes as we remit. Yes, you know, anything that's visible. There we go. So I think that's that. Then we have some hand thingies to do, and then we can work on the next layer of colors. And for wondering why my fingers are all red, it's because I don't follow my own advice and I don't wear gloves as I paint. But also, this is acrylic paint, non-toxic, compared to lacquers I used to work with a lot, so it's not that big of an issue, really. It'll rub off eventually. And then, you know, maybe I can rub it off on stream even, in front of everyone. What could go wrong? There you go. Just get the small little inner details here. Okay. Nail polish slay. Yeah, indeed. Acrylic is mostly plastic. I say, acrylic is plastic, while lacquer paint is organic solvent. So it's like, yes, there's one definitely needs protection and the other doesn't. Which is why my VTuber model has a respirator on at all times, because when I started streaming, I airbrushed almost purely with lacquer paints, so I had my respirator on a lot of the time. I'll say, not having to have it on all the time is very useful. I can actually breathe. And my voice isn't muffled 80% of the time as I'm speaking. But I still have some paints that are lacquer that are worth using. Like my skin tone paints as lacquer, they just work better than the other paints I have. And they airbrush in nice and smoothly. There we go. Okay, so that is all the black trims I think that needed to be done. Well, done. So, it's on the next color. It's going to be the silver upper arms and thighs. Then we'll finish off with the main red color, which is going to be some Emperor red. First, I need a silver. Where's my thing? Again, here's my patented sorted bucket of paints. Can I see the paint I want from here? Is it directly visible? No. Okay, I'm gonna have to dig. Whoops. Goes back here. Ah, smack the camera on my head for good luck. Where's my silver paint at? First, have I not taken it out? No, I haven't. Come on, I need my aluminum paint. Where is it? That's dark blue. Oh wait, here's the Emperor Red, the main red I'm going to be using. Boom. Where's the aluminum? Mecha, that's dark steel. I have it there just in case I need that. I'm finding every other color except the color which I need right now. What's this one? What is this one? Phantom Gray. That's a nice one, but not needed. Did I put my aluminum elsewhere? Maybe I did. Here it is. Aluminum. And my gunmetal. Again, you think the paint I was using most recently would be at the top of the pile of paints here, but it is not. Which is a little annoying. Unless, did I also put it in a drawer instead of this bucket? Nope. Come on, gunmetal. Give me the gunmetal. Titan Dark Blue. I hope you're enjoying this riveting streaming play of me looking for paint. Whoop. What was that? Don't know, don't care. Oh, okay, I'll look for the gunmetal when I need it, because I have the silver which I need right now. That's all that matters. Now my brain, dig a hole. dig a hole. Don't you want to dig a hole in that dick? Don't you want to dick that hole? Yes. Okay, so I got my aluminum. Let's get a lovely shake. Again, this is Vallejo Model Air Aluminum. Really great paint. Nice and shiny silver. Barely need any thinning with it since it's an airbrush paint. Let's put some into this empty spot here. There we go. That should be plenty. Since these arms are not attached, it's going to be much easier for me to actually reach where all these pieces go. So I am mixing up things already. Whose arm goes where? With what? That's 2 arms. This is 2 arms. That's 2 arms. Uh-oh, did I drop an arm? Might have dropped an arm somewhere. Not seeing it right now. It's a guy. That is 1 arm. Okay, so I have dropped an arm somewhere. Let me see. Can I see? You think it'd be easy to find? There it is. Ah! Smacking my head into the camera repeatedly. There. Okay. Anyway, onwards to the silverings. So I need silver onto the thighs. Get all that fluff off the brush. Okay. Silver the thighs and the upper arms. And then we go to the next color. There. Look at how well that silver covers with just 1 layer from the brush. And how smooth it is as well. This is really nice. Oh, hello, Selective Models. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. There we go. That's a nice coverage there. Again, don't be too neat because I'll be going over these extra pipes around it in gunmetal later. That's when I need to be neater. Just optimizing when to spend effort being neat versus when you don't need to be. Especially when I have like a bloody 4 main color Space Marine army set, I need to really be optimize my time. It also tell me further to do any of my squads. Welcome to Skill Mod Build. Nice. Welcome. What kind of skill mods do you do? I do a lot of. Well, I did a lot of Gundam. Now I do a lot of Warhammer instead, and I do the occasional military kit here or there. I had a small little bolt action phase, but then I've not been able to play bolt action in a while. I'm gonna have a Battletech phase again soon. Sometime after my birthday, at least. But until then, I have Space Marines to paint. These guys have not been neglected for quite a while, and so it's time I got around to doing them. Go. Let's get this all around here. And the inner thigh. That's hard to reach as always. Blap, blap. Reach it in. Let's get it going in there. Aha, okay. Silver thigh is done. Cars military, currently working to me a Honda. Ooh, interesting. Very nice. I haven't done Tamiya Kin in a while. Been looking at one, like the old cigar style cars. But also I need to really watch my space. I have a lot of backlog of things right now. I need to finish up existing things or see what I need to do or what not need to do yet. Oh yeah, I can take these shoulder pads off now. Bam, bam. So I can actually paint these upper parts. Is it? No, wait, how did I do this? No, so just the upper arm was red. The shoulder pad area was red still. Should it be silver as well? I'm not sure. No, maybe it's red. Yeah, nice. Welcome, welcome. Very carefully. So yeah. Also, as I mentioned, I have a the new Cutie Honey Big Wooper model kit I'm working on this Friday as well for my birthday celebrations. Uh-huh. Because my birthday was actually last week, but life happens, so I'm celebrating it this week instead. Alright, let's get... Ugh. Come on. Reach the small detail spots here and there. Right in the nooks and crannies. I need to remind myself that I don't need to spend too much being accurate. Other layers are happening over this that will fix it up. Yeah. So, have a good look, y'all. Thank you for popping in. Again, thank you all the people who came in from the raid. We appreciate it. As always, my streams are usually, especially how much I'm focusing on painting a small area, very calm, sus commentary, a lot of it, but also really calm as I focus on what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm just here to help spread the fun of the hobby, and give advice as needed, or be given advice depending. Let's see to show that it ain't too hard to begin painting and stuff. At the same time, just show like what some of the struggles are. Like me having to reclaim my airbrush. I've been doing it a million times over. Well, that's how airbrushing is. And yeah, it does get a nice, even coat for you to work with. It's just down to just how you want to spend your time. So I think like just having like the nice even first coat from an airbrush is well worth it. At the same time as well, since I use a colored primer, so the primer acts as my base layer at the same time. Saves the painting step. Anyway, see pretty much what your thing's gonna look like. Nope. The side. Other thigh. Again, part of me questions why did I go with a bloody two-color scheme since it takes me this much longer to actually get anything done. But then seeing it in the end makes it all worth it. Having it all uniform and unique. And this isn't the hardest two-color Space Marine things I've seen people do. Some do like the halving or the quartering pattern across an army. It's like, oh my god, that is patience. Patience I probably do have, but I ain't got time for that. Especially when I'm actively playing the game and not only painting. Like if you're only painting, then yeah, go as you like with your color scheme and stuff. But you actually, for your play as well, it's like I need time to paint, I need time to play. It's like simpler, probably better. Again, you paint your marine stuff as you like. Just taking the fact that it will take time the more colors you have to use. The more base colors at least you need to use. If you take that into account and still commit to it, then do as you like. Who am I to stop you? Okay, next. Those are those two arms, those are those two arms. Those are those two arms. Here. These two. Go. Also, it makes your movies also look much more unique versus all the main Space Marine chapters, which are monocolor mostly. Lets you tell a story with your own chapter. Whoopsie. A little bit of mistake on the black there. I can just go back and fix that later. You can also, when you make a paint mistake, most of the time, let the paint dry first, then go back and fix it. Else you're just going to be smearing wet paint and blending wet paint together, and you just make the issue worse. So make a mistake, let it dry first, go back and fix it later. Just trust the process. Okay, these two, this. Well, paint side dry off my brush. I just clean it up a bit. Reload it. And let us continue. Jam that all the way in. Whoop. And I think after this is going to be the red. And I'll save the gunmetal layering for last. And I'll just do a bunch of go back and forth, touching up paint after that. Go. I could probably paint all these claws silver as well, just to get the base metallic color going for them. And consider that. I am now considering that. See how's the timing like? Oh shit. It's already 11 something for me. We'll see how the time goes. Because these layers are going to go a bit faster and faster as I get to the bigger surfaces. there's a little bit of a maybe if I can finish in time. I'll finish this before I need to go. Well, there's a lot of good initial progress done. Base colorings and major detail colorings done. And with the rest of it just being the small details and touch-ups. And those, while they do take time themselves, that'll be like the final stretch of it. And that you. Get that around. Nice and carefully. And then the final body. Did I do their chests in silver? Wait a second. Have I missed an entire... No, I don't think my Terminators had silver chests, actually. Future me issue. Come on, me just needs to get these details going. Because there was no major armor segmentation in the like Aquila and chest area, I think my Terminator chests were all red only, with no silver on it. Okay. I could also open the box and check them all next week, but also I just continue with what I'm doing right now and then come back later. Now I'm going to stick the arms on tonight. I can't wait. Here we go. Reach it in. Yeah, again, I've got work tomorrow, and so I also trying to fix my sleep, so I really try not to go too late nowadays. So I tend to try to hard cut myself off at midnight, or if I see I'm going to get into the next, like, big, major part of stuff and it's close to midnight, I'll just call it there. Also saves me on the paint, which I decant out and dries out. I just work in big blobs of details as I go. Yep. Arm. Well, I suppose if I have some time left over still after these silver parts, I can work a bit on the Tech Marine, since most of his stuff is ready. He just needs the smaller details done. I can give it a little bit of a love and touch up on that as I work tonight. Yep. Also, I had this great idea to try to actually watch through Cutie Honey before my birthday celebration stream, and ain't happening at the current rate at all. It ain't happening at all. I get a little watch of it and stuff. A little bit of it, at least. I generally sort of know how it goes. Yeah. I'm not sure if this new Cutie Honey is a Netflix-only thing or something. I gotta recheck and see. Tate. Running around. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that's the second major detailing part done on all these guys. But I think with the time... 11:17. Let's see. I think the next color detail will take a bit. So let's take a look a bit at this guy instead for a bit. Let's see. What was I doing with this stuff? There's a body. Alright, yeah. I see some parts that need some black in it, like these pipes. Go. Just go down this very carefully. Whoop. Reach that cable in back there. He's got a gunmetal part there. Anything else that can go silver, really? Wow, the silver here. Yeah, these chains can. Oh, yeah. These little dangly bits, they can go silver first, and then get their extra details later. It's got a lot of dangly bits, but I can deal with that pretty easily with a brushy brush. Very carefully. Down and around. Connect those chains in. Let's see. Mechanicus. Let's see, Mechanicus skull or Techmarine. Look. Techmarine. How do they do the colorings? Red, black, alternating, and the red. Let me see. Oh, no, that's like a... Okay, hold on, I can do that. I can do that. Let me just touch this up here. Okay. Clean my brush off. Get some infrared. Get it down in this little dollop here. And let's see. This isn't the full red I need, but it's going to be close enough for now. Get that in between the nooks and crannies. Especially across this area here. Nice and easy. Clean the brush off. Clean up around here. Okay. And then need more gunmetals, but I don't have that just yet. Gee, do I have the Techmarine orange? Let me see. Do I have a reddish orange on me? Techmarine orange. Is it orange or red? Actually, hold on. It might just be red. It's the red of Mars. Hold up. Oh, hold on. No, I forgot. The whole Techmarine is red, so I just followed my color scheme. Red color scheme. All is good. Grab some.
Just touch up these spots here. Nice and carefully and around it. There we go. Let's just get this new red on everything it needs to be. Dunk. Dollop. Brushy fill. Nice and carefully. There we go. Around there. Same for this leg. Up. Cross. Around. Especially around all these little armor plates down here. Paint it in. Go. Okay. Paint in that small area. Fill this side armor panel. There. Okay, this backpack. The main part of it, at least, will be this red. Yeah. Get all the details. This little shroud. Around this detailed area here. Extra carefully. Right up along. Nice. Has some mechanical bits on him still. Let's see. So we read that part can be read for sure. Other part, that's going to be metallics. Yep. There. Reach in with the brush. Get those details on the inner leg there. Very carefully. Nice. Touch that up. Okay.
Let's see. Hmm. Need more gunmetals and need some more red details. Load up the red. This part can be red for sure. And then the rest of it will be gunmetal-y like. Dunk, fill. The bolter. That can be the Doom Black, actually. Handle the staff. Okay. Clean up the brush. Right, let me look for my gunmetal now. That's definitely the next color I need to work with. Let's see in here. Just start taking paints out till I can find what I need. Yep. Whoop. Gunmetal, where are you? Require your presence. That's the Faust blue. I'll put that there just in case I need it. Gunmetal! Got it. Perfect. Okay. I can continue my work. Okay, shake, shake, shake. Put a little gunmetal down. Let's ride. Let's roll. Let's rock. A dollop of it. Let's reinforce where it needs to go. Just on this little knee pad area. Like so and like so. Nice and carefully. Oh yeah. Okay. More gunmetalings needed. Just around that point and at that point. Maybe around this. And then let's see. Suppose just the entire of the robot arm will be gunmetal. That seems logical. Let's just get that around where it needs to be. Nice. The other arm, because this Tech Marine is heavily technofied. He's got all his gadgets with him. And on him. Go, just reaching in and about. Very carefully. Whoop. Around to this side. Let's look. It's fine. The other gunmetal bits, we just these parts of the staff. Went around. Reach those detail spots very carefully. Along and around. Nice. Extra carefully around the spot here. The same up top. So all these gear tooths. Extra carefully. There we go. Just this upper part first. Fill it. Nice and carefully all around. Rotate it to the front. Okay. Add a bit of silver. For these edge parts. Yeah, nicely. With a tip. Okay. Clean off. What else can I do with the gunmetal? Oh yeah, the very careful skull. It's a half skull, half gear cog. Load that gunmetal. Let's see. A dry brush. Absorb. Let's come back in. Okay. Same case down here. Half and half it. There. Same at the back. And same here at the side. Yeah, reestablish the point on my brush. Continue. That halfway point. Load the paint here. Okay. Apply them to the buttons. Load up. And give this the gunmetal. Nice and can around it. And on the inside. And then gunmetal at the end of the clampy claws. Dot dot. And then that in. Nice and easy along it. Okay, I'm gonna just have enough paint to finish this off, I think, for this part. Yes. Just so this front, the robo part. Nice. Okay, a little bit more. Just color in the inside of this part here. There. And this little curve here. Small details done. More. Apply it to this point. Right to this joint here. Carefully fill it. Yes. Okay. I think while I'm here, a bit more gunmetal onto this face masking plate it's got. Get that colored in at least. There. It's looking a lot more finished now. I think he knows still needs a bit more, but this is looking pretty good already. Let's see. 11:43, so I think I'll be recording it here. Let's find someone like the radio. Again, thank you everyone who came in the raid and everyone who came in and stopped by. As well as I stream every Tuesday about 10 p.m. Japan Standard Time. Or whatever that was in GMT. GMT 1 p.m. GMT every Tuesday. And this week, I have the special Friday stream happening at about uh 8 p.m. JST, so it starts a bit earlier. I'm hopefully going to have like a 5-hour stream. Just we're going to build the Cutie Honey model kit. Yeah, the massive big booba kit. So I hope to see you then. And let me put my waste stuff over here. So that's, my socials can be found here. My Discord is here if you want to catch up off stream. And yeah, let's go see who is there we can send the lovely Rady fun over to right now. Oh, hello, I think I see the perfect person already. Let us be absolutely sure. Anyone else? Could be many pips. Many pips. Oh yeah, I haven't sent them a thing in a while, and they're around. Why don't we do that? Yeah, why not? So, y'all came from art from the raid, and now we're gonna send y'all to further art. Haha. Raid go. Yes, we're gonna be raiding Milkyopi. Haha. She's live right now. Been a bit since I've raided her. Or called her this time, so yeah. Let's get a raid message. Raid message is gonna be the community has come to say hello. Don't mind the paints being stepped everywhere. There we go. Let's add some emotes. Y'all can change the emotes to any which y'all have instead. There we go. That's the emote version. Here's the non-emote version. And yeah, thank you for coming. Great, appreciate it. And until next time. And until next. Let's get the box ready. Until next time is going to be this Friday. Until next time. Away we go. No. Ooh, my. Ooh.